Hey Capricorn, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be your general reading for the second half of June. General readings are not going to resonate with everybody. Please keep that in mind. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them via Zoom. You can contact me below in the description box to set that up. Also, my new Oracle deck that I've been working on is now available for purchase. Below as well in the description box, there is a couple of links there. One is the promo video to kind of give you a little insight, a little visual video of the cards and the Oracle deck. And then there's also a purchase link, a shop link if you're interested in purchasing it. I will also be having a contest for a free Oracle deck. So stay tuned for that. Let's take a look, Capricorn. What is the energy for you guys? This is the second half of June. And thank you so much for hitting like button, share, and comment if you'd like. Let's see, Capricorn, what's the energy for the second half of June for Capricorn? What's going on with that? Okay. I'm kind of laughing because I see this Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, show me the money. I love money. This is what I feel like. There could be something that is lucrative for you here, Capricorn. There could be something that you really, I don't know. I'm laughing because I feel like this Queen of Cups, she's the love and it's facing money. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but it could be long-term stability and abundance in your relationships and your love life. But I feel like there's something more about abundance and lucrative energy there, something that sort of almost gives you a bit of it's like giving you what's the word I'm looking for, when you like a signing bonus or like a bit of a handout in a way. There's something here that says, I love that. I love the money. I like the opportunity. I like the lucrative, like this is something that's attractive. Okay. Whatever that is. Doesn't have to be money, but Ten of Pentacles is a pretty wealthy card. So let's take a look here at what this is. Tell me about this Ten of Pentacles, please. What's this about? Five of Swords. Jeez. Okay, there could be like, you've got to be cautious or something here. There's a bit of like, you got to fight for this. There's a conflict over abundance. There's a conflict over, again, Queen of Cups with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. It feels like that energy of, we really love the person we're with. Our marriage is fantastic until you start going through the conflict over money. This kind of, now we no longer like each other, or it causes a lot of conflict, tension, money talks in so many ways. But it can be very healthy and abundance, and it can be a good thing, and it can also be a difficult thing. It can be a challenging thing. So there's something here that there is like a little bit of that's mine, defending it or fighting for it, fighting over it. The Temperance, which is a very healing card. I think there's something here about the balance between, almost like the balance between the good and the bad. It could be like, I don't want to say dirty money, but the Temperance is more of a blessing. It's more of like a bit of like an angelic, how you achieve abundance or wealth. Is it done through shady ways, or are we doing it because it's like we're blessed with the way we're doing things? It's sort of like a good cause. It's something of a healing nature. Clarify that. What's the Temperance about, please? Let's see. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's like, it's something, it possibly, Temperance is kind of also discussed as like flow, and something being so challenging for you, Capricorn, that it's kind of like, I have to fight for my money. It's like commission. I have to bust myself. I got to work hard for that commission because I could go into a 3-month dry spell where there's no business or there's no money, or there's something here that you've really tried hard to achieve what it is that you so love. And there's like a bit of patience and trying not to go against the grain, but yet that is so difficult to do because it could boil down to, you know, your survival kind of thing, your well-being, like what you've worked hard for. It's difficult to be patient because you could lose the battle kind of thing. You could lose the fight in a way. It's an interesting energy because it comes with a lot of abundance. It has conflict attached to it, but then it also has balance and healing. So things falling into place after all this effort that you've put in. What else for Capricorn? It's territorial kind of energy. What else for Capricorn? It's like, I've worked so hard for that territory, you know, I deserve that, or I want that, or I love, you know, it's your thing. What else? Other energies for Capricorn. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords, Taurus energy, the Hierophant. So definitely in a decision-making process here, Capricorn, you've got Taurus energy here. There's like juggling about let me just see something here. One sec. What's the Hierophant? 5 of Pentacles. What is this? Just one sec, Cap. I don't understand what this is trying to show me. Clarify this Hierophant. Okay, interesting. So we've got this like tug of war energy. Tug of war is what I get. There's like a back and forth between, like you've got 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. You know, we're back and forth. We're juggling. We're trying to make a decision around around something that, you know, it could be helping those in need. So I can sort of, I can see the 6 of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles saying, you know, this Hierophant is a stable or a structured thing that is very generous at helping those in need, is what I'm seeing with the 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. So there's something here where you are maybe wondering kind of like, what is the decision-making process? Or how can you get clarity about if, when, how, why you would be supported in a situation that I feel it's like you don't want to be left out in the cold, and will that person or will that organization, because the Hierophant is about institutions and structures and things, are they willing to be generous and support when in a time of need? So you're trying to, it's interesting. It's like, will I eat, or will I be, or will I not? Will I struggle, or will I have a roof over my head? There's this back and forth, in times of need. What about if that kind of runs out? There's something around, what's the clarity around all of this energy for Capricorn? What's the healing advice, or what's this conclusion to this? The High Priestess. Okay. Something here, Capricorn, is meant, it's you've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So you've got the feminine, masculine of, say, a spiritual situation, let's say, but I feel like it's all about what you're learning here and where you're going to grow. This is very strange energy. I normally can feel what I just, for some reason, it feels like you're struggling to listen to your intuition to make a decision. There could be something there about the advice you're getting or the guidance you're being given or the support or generosity that you're being given. And is it going to hinder what you're really supposed to be or what you're supposed to be doing in this situation? How to make a decision around that. It's a bit of a juggling act. It's a bit of like a give and take, a pros and cons, a little bit of like, what's that saying when like people, it's like drought, famine or whatever, like famine or feast. Thank you. So there's like a bit of this energy of like it's famine or feast. And so you've got to feast when you can, because if, you have to be prepared for famine, or you got to be prepared for some shortcomings. Clarify what's this Major's priestess thing? Empress, holy cow. Okay. So this is like the all abundance, like it's like you will be protected, you will be, say, healed in a way, you will be provided for. This is something that you see your worthiness. The Empress is a lot of self-worth, the High Priestess as well, and the Hierophant I feel is more of the supporting energy to get you there. Where you're learning things from, or who is there could be mentorship here. There's a lot of that. Hierophant, High Priestess, the Empress. There's a lot of male, female, whatever, mentorship. Somebody who has the all-knowing in a very, it's in a good to do way. It's in a very healing, loving, abundant way. And I feel like this is like that saying, trust the process. Sometimes I hate when people say that, but trust the process. Trust that when you're in a time of need, you will be provided for. But there is this self-development energy where you know that intuitively, it's kind of like, again, where am I going to find my feast? Where am I going to find? But you will. There's something here about creating. The Empress is a birthing. She's the mother. She births ideas. She creates. The High Priestess is really, I feel like, creating from a very deep intuitive level of like what's for your highest good. What is something here that's going to really raise you to a place where you want to be, or how do I get there is what I'm getting. It's like, how will I deal with the waves, with the pitfalls, but how do I, there's like this ebbs and flows. It's kind of like a real estate agent who's like, I really want to be a broker, and I have to learn from the best, but I also have to push my way through feast or famine during high markets and low markets. And like, how is this going to work? I don't know, but I'm just going to go for it because I know this is what I'm meant to be doing. I know this is what I want to create for myself, and I'm going to make it happen at all costs. Find out where your support systems are, is what I would say here. Find out, like, where is your preparedness coming to maybe support you, back you up, lean on, that kind of energy. It's going to require a lot of faith. It's going to require a lot of trusting in yourself. It's going to require your, like, the worthiness that you can, or the confidence and the worthiness that you can do this. What's the challenge with the Five of Pentacles? I just want to clear this, like, the famine part of the feast. What's up with this? Five of Pentacles, healing advice for Capricorn. The Queen of Swords. Okay. So those decisions that you're going to be making and learning about, there's a thing around communication. So sort of saying, this is my limit. You know, it's like I'm on a restricted diet, but 1,000 calories is all I can do. That's it. I can't go any worse than that kind of thing. I can't go any lower than that. So you have to know your thresholds. That's what this is about, is really knowing what your threshold is, speaking up, making sure you clearly define where the struggles are, or if you're feeling left out or deprived in a way. Okay. All right, let's see what else. I'm going to close the reading off. This is a bit of it's a tug of war feeling, and there's a lot of lucrative energy there, and there's a lot of really listening to a little bit of the divine, like your inner, like your practice of faith. This is a big thing around how much you believe, your faith in something, that we will always be provided for, even in the worst of times. I know that sounds kind of strange, but somehow this relates to this reading, and somehow things, you get the answer, you get the support, you get you figure this out somehow. It almost feels like I don't even know. It's that thing of like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this ultimately the outcome is for you, but it's all leaning towards a very spiritual self-development, creating something from an inner desire, and also learning. I do see here now, you've learned from the best, or you've learned because of going through tough times. It's like people who've gone through like the depression, they know what it looks like, or what to prepare for in times of need. They're the most prepared people, because they're like, oh, I've seen this before. I know exactly what this is going to turn out like. And I got my, my stash, my storage. I've got my stuff prepared. So there's people who can manage through very difficult times, feast or famine. I'm going to close the reading off. Actually, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to close the reading off. Death card at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot. Okay. So there's something here, Capricorn. There's a big transformation possibly for more opportunities for you. There's the end of a cycle here. We've got the Death, the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, the World. Something has to end for you to travel down a new road. Could be travel involved here, like definitely the World with the Chariot. To approach or go after other opportunities that are meant for you, which will also show up as coming to an end of a cycle. It's kind of like this opportunity, we're done. There's an opportunity. When you get to that, you achieve it. That's done. You move on and on and on. There's like a cycle of transformation, change, and moving forward in your path. So it's one opportunity after the other. It feels very like a commission based. We chase the carrot, and then we get it, and then we're done. It's famine until the next feast. Something around those lines. I'm going to do the well-being cards, manifestation cards, teachings of Esther Hicks. Whoops, that's a little too much. Let's see. I can relax into my natural well-being. I like that, because that's very much the Empress, the High Priestess. That's like our natural well-being. It's our true self, our true essence. The essence, here we go. The essence of all that you appreciate is constantly flowing into and creating your reality. As you appreciate, your state of appreciation opens more. Sorry, let me do that again. As you appreciate, your state of appreciation opens more channels that allow you more for which to feel appreciation. Okay. I hope you appreciate that. This is all about appreciation. There's something here, again, it's, you've got appreciation 4 times. Maybe you're being appreciated here, Capricorn, or it's a message that you are to appreciate things as they come. Again, when we talk about like feast or famine, you really, really, really appreciate good things, good people, good jobs, whatever this is, because you're so grateful for the abundance when it comes in. And maybe that's a little bit of that Queen of Cups. Like she's more appreciative about the abundance and feels a lot of love or emotional appreciation for the good things that show up. So I hope that reading helps, Capricorn. It was a little tricky, to be honest with you, but hopefully that resonates. Thanks again for your comments. Feel free to leave a comment. And I want to wish you guys a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.